How's it going, guys? I'm Jamiethecomic and this is Review the Shit. The show I review shit you're too pussy to watch. Ever since my very first review of Son of the Mask, I've had a ton of requests asking me to review the original movie and give my reasons why the sequel sucks so much balls compared to the movie it's meant to be a continuation from. I'm going to say it right now. To me, this movie is perfection. Dark, funny, great acting, cartoony, but not looking like shit unlike that sequel that needs to go and fuck. Maybe I should take a break from these crappy movies and actually review something I actually enjoyed. Yeah. I mean, I have had a ton of requests for this movie and it is my all-time favourite movie, so yeah. You know what? I'm going to give in. Let's rock this joint! This is a review of The Mask. Also music from the start. Review over 10 out of 10. Nah, I wouldn't do that to you. Oh wait, too much water, 7.8. Alright. We meet Stanley Itkiss, a wimpy pushover bank clerk played by Jim Carrey. But before we get to feel sorry for him, Tina walks in.
Hold the phone. Killer at 3 o'clock.
She's played by... Oh my god. She's played by Cameron Diaz. And here she is making her acting debut. And boy, did she pick the best movie to do it. Tina is gathering surveillance for the mob boss Dorian, who is plotting to take over the underground business of Edge City. Later, Stanley comes across misfortune after misfortune when he eventually ends up broken down on the bridge. Stanley looks down from the bridge and notices what he believes to be a drowning body, but turns out just to be some garbage, yet takes home the mask. Dude, you turned down a perfectly good box, and all you take home is a party mask that someone probably puked in that night. Ew. But when he gets home, it's about to go down. That's pretty disturbing imagery. Thank God they didn't market it as a family picture unlike its crappy sequel. Okay. And this is where the movie really begins to shine. Carrey does an amazing job throughout portraying his multiple personalities, until you realise this is probably how he acts in real life too. Now let's begin the adult-kid balancing act. Adult anger? Kid solution. Adult violence? Kid solution. Adult jokes followed off by a balanced ending. This is one of the greatest aspects to the movie. It mixes perfectly the adults' themes and children's innocence, while not making either one feel cheated. Remember watching Animaniacs when you were a kid with your parents? Did they ever laugh at stuff that you simply didn't get?
No, fingerprints. I don't think so.
I mean, I never got that condom gag. No pun intended. I always thought it was some sort of rapper or a crappy balloon. And I was sort of right, and going back to this movie a little bit older and a little bit wiser, I laughed my ass off at that joke because it was new to me. The next day, Detective Calloway begins investigating the recent crimes caused by the mask, and Peggy Grant also begins her own investigation by starting a love triangle.
You really think hundreds of women are looking for a guy like me?
Sure. I'm one of them.
I'm being so fucking subtle right now! That night, Stanley puts the mask back on, and he feels like he needs to go and party. But as he says, you can't make the scene if you don't have the green. So he goes to rob a bank. So he goes to spend his hard-earned cash by hitting the town.
Howdy!
He gets a whoa just for raising his arm. These party goers on drugs, aren't they? After some persuasion, he gets into the club. This is the club people are lining around the block for? A club that plays swing music? Really? So dude, where are you? This nightclub is balling! Oh, I'm at the Coco Bongo. Nice! How did you get in? Well, I paid $50 to go on the waiting list, waited outside in the rain for 3 hours, even though I was on the 3-month waiting list in advance, so, oh, and I also paid off the bouncer an extra $200 just to get in, and, yeah, I'm in. So, how is it? Well, in all honesty, man, it's shit.
Hello, sir. Would you like some cigarettes?
No, I don't want some fucking cigarettes! Dorian hears the bad news that their heist failed and one of his partners is killed, so he breaks up the party. Oh, don't let the mob boss stop you from finishing your drink! Either that guy's an alcoholic, or he's living the thug life.
Yeah, I paid for this drink, so I'm gonna finish it!
No! Jamie! No, just no! No!
But after a short confrontation, the mask is shot and is on his last legs. Just as we get the best breaking the fourth wall joke ever. And that's another thing I love about this movie. If I did that joke on the internet, then people would just see it as some lame Passover joke. But being in a movie like this just shows the creators were having so much fun while making this movie.
Congratulations, Jamiethecomic! You have won the award of most obvious joke ever!
But the year's just started.
That's how obvious this joke is!
Thank you! Love me. The next day, the bank is cleaning up after the break-in and Stanley sets up a date with Tina. Later, Stanley goes to a psychiatrist to get some mental help as they discuss what the mask may be. And it turns out it may be the mask of Loki, the god of mischief. Interesting fact, it's established in this very scene that the mask only works at night and not during the day. It's a shame they didn't tell the writers of Son of the Mask. That night, the mask meets up with Tina and we get some good old family entertainment, sexual harassment.
I don't care.
You know, before the sex allegations from Stars made this scene creepy. But Galloway is ready to arrest him, but in true mask fashion, he escapes by dancing. Peggy picks him up and takes him over to the newspaper's printing room where Dorian is waiting to pick him up. But instead of killing Ipkiss, he just takes a mask, turning into Harlow Ichigo's psycho brother.
What a rush.
And then they hand over Stanley to the police.
Wait!
Tina is kidnapped by some gang members and Stanley comes up with a plan to escape from jail. Just as he does escape, Dorian storms into the Coco Bongo Club to off some gangsters and ties Tina up to some explosives on a timer. Who doesn't love the old timer explosive cliche? You know, the cliche that doesn't follow the laws of time? When a 10 minutes countdown so fast on the timer, it's more like 2 minutes, yet always blows up way past the 10-minute deadline?
Or in this case, a movie wants to prove me wrong by blowing up even earlier!
So if we just ignore the timer as well as the movie's runtime, the scene would more than likely just end up like this.
Dorian, I can't shut this thing off.
There's always
10 out of 10! But Tina manages to trick Dorian into taking off the mask to allow Stanley to take it back. But instead the dog puts it on, and here is where we see one of the reasons why Son of the Mask failed. Here you can see the dog's face has a cartoon-like quality to it, but only focuses on the element when it needs to. Son of the Mask, it's look at my face, look at me, this is a family picture. It overuses its gimmick rather than complements it like it does here. Back in the day, the CG was a lot worse than it was in Son of the Mask. Yes, Son of the Mask may have some good CGI qualities to it, but because it overuses the quality of the CGI in the original movies looks 10 times better. But let's take it back to our correspondent with the latest on the timer. Bobby?
Thanks, Jamie. Stanley has been shot at right now, so we should be looking at the timer. Oh, there it is. 56 seconds left. And with the speed the timer is counting down, we know for a fact it won't be 56 seconds.
Interesting stuff, Bobby, but when can we expect the timer to go off?
Well, with the time left after our talks and the rate it's going, it should blow up.
But wait, Stanley is going to die? No, it can't be.
Did you miss me?
As you can guess, the mass takes down the gang, disposes of the bomb, drowns Dorian. You know, when torturous murder was fun? And ultimately saves the day, as well as being cleared of all charges and gets the girl. So without being biased, can I honestly recommend this? Of course I can! This is a great movie. Dark, funny, cartoony, interesting, well-paced, and doesn't rely on its gimmicks. Unlike its fucking sequel! It makes me sick that a sequel to a great movie like this actually exists. Nothing to do with the original, shits on the license, and disgraces the movie it's meant to be an improvement on. If only that movie never existed. Wait. Son of the Mask should never have existed. And it looks like I'm going to be the one to fix it. Professor, fire it up! Yes! Right away, sir! Right, this has been Review the Shit, the show I review shit you're too pussy to watch. Goodbye, everyone. This version of me may no longer exist, but at least you don't have to suffer the horror that is Son of the Mask anymore. Goodbye, guys. Right, let's do it. Geronimo!
Will Jamiethecomic stop Son of the Mask from being made, or will this event just lead to a kick-ass crossover review episode? Find out same bad time, same bad channel.
Ooh, what can this crossover episode review be? I'm so excited! Do you think you know what the next review is? If you do, then comment down below. And if you're right, well then, whoop-de-fucking-do for you! But wait, there's more. If you don't know what this next review is or just get it wrong, still comment down below, and I may even review it in the future. But remember, guys, to lock. Oh, fuck.
Like, favorite, subscribe.
God damn it. But remember, guys, to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Subscribe to me. Please, I need attention. But remember, guys, to like, comment. Just fucking subscribe. I'm not doing this. I'm just gonna edit there. There, done.